This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Two defenders, chucks up a runner, it hits, count it, and one.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Dead-eye! A dagger for Nick! Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman is aiming to win a 7th consecutive game in the SAC Conference. Carolinas challenged the Eagles, victorious last night by 37 over King, with 49 bench points to boot, while Lees-McRae fell by 15 to UVA Wise. Eagles looking for a 2-0 start and to go unbeaten at this challenge for a 3rd consecutive year. Carson-Newman got 23 points yesterday out of Jack Browder, 22 out of Ollie Smith off the bench. We'll see if those two replicate that kind of night, while Lees-McRae's Cedric Patterson dropped 22 on 9 of 13 shooting under first-year head coach Deshaun Motley. This is the AEC countdown to tip-off. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op. Service you can trust, value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, powering what matters most. Chuck Benson's pregame comments are headed your way when we return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman wraps up the SAC Conference Carolinas Challenge today with the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, less than 24 hours removed from a season-opening 37-point win for you over King. You saw Lees-McRae lose here by 15 to UVA Wise. What's the process like to get ready for a Lees-McRae team without a ton of prep time?
Well, as we said in post-game yesterday after the King win, we have an 18-hour turnaround here. First-year head coach, brand new roster, gained very little from this from watching the Lees-McRae Wise matchup, primarily because our schemes are just so different that we couldn't gain any kind of defensive advantage there. Having said all that, we were able to get together after churches today and do some work, and we're going to just focus on ourselves. So what we don't know is not going to get in the way of what we can control, and what we can control is our effort and our attitude and our and sort of our resiliency.
That was on display certainly yesterday as you built a 30-plus point halftime lead. You're up by 49 at the break. Defensively, with the unknown looming, how do you utilize what was primarily a matchup zone yesterday to confound Lees-McRae under Deshaun Motley?
We got to be more consistent on the ball. We talked about that in our pregame meeting today. We've got to make sure that we not only disrupt the ball, we've got to make sure we contain the ball, try to stay out of rotation. When shots do go up, we need to minimize offensive rebounds by the opponent and take defensive rebounds and turn them into transition opportunities for ourselves. So we'll have to make adjustments, I'm sure, at halftime once we figure out what it is they want to do versus our zone. And thankfully, we those first halves are all about, acquiring information, especially in November when you have so little information on teams. But I'm confident that the things we were asking our guys to do today, especially in this first half, I think they can follow through and accomplish those.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I think there was some stuff yesterday that probably wouldn't be on your bingo card. Third most blocks in a game in school history. Braden Illick did not score, and you win by 37. You've got a freshman backup point guard who goes for double digits in Colin Brown. Are those replicatable items?
It's hard to say, Kev. If you think about it, there were only 3 guys returning off last year's team that actually played in games. Jack Browder, Braden Illick, 2 returning starters, and Matt Bilbray, who was a backup point guard that didn't even play a lot because of just the dominant play of Trey Hubbard. So everybody else here is theoretically new to minutes. And so we're all sort of finding out in real time what these guys do when the lights are on and games are being played. Watching in practice and watching in scrimmages, I've liked what I've seen, but those are just less pressurized situations, and so sort of like you and everybody in the gym, I'm sort of figuring out in real time like what we are actually capable of.
I want to return to Lees-McRae, and as it pertains to personnel, Lees-McRae team that doesn't return a starter from your game last year. Nigel Okokole, the only guy that played last year against you. And yet yesterday, Cedric Patterson had 22, Isaiah DeBurgo had 14, Sean Standifer had 14. Is there any focus on personnel, given the tight turnaround and the uncertainty that Lees-McRae has as well, or is this entirely a Carson-Newman-centric focus?
It's 99% Carson-Newman and 1% opponent. Clearly, one game is not a very reliable sample size, but we're going to take what we did gather from that one game yesterday, and be aware of personnel. But that's when I say that's only 1% of what we're doing. 99% of it's going to go back to what we bring to the table with our effort, attention to detail. Our guys, what our standards are when it comes to defensive play and rebounding, and we're going to keep our eyes more focused on the things we have control over, like I said, than the things we really don't know much about.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Bobcats.
Great. Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup headed your way when the AAC countdown to tip-off wraps up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Bounce feed inside, Browder right block through contact. He gets it to go.
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To the cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. Jaws there for the tip. Ooze hit it. Ooze hit it. Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Welcome back courtside to Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman and Lees-McRae in the final game of the SAC Conference Carolinas Challenge on the docket. Eagles are 1-0. Bobcats are 0-1. Eagles looking to sweep this event for a third consecutive year. And the starting lineups for today's game go like this. Same starting fives that both these teams utilized yesterday. For Lees-McRae, it's the lineup of Dwight Kennedy, Isaiah DeBurgo, Gerald Mises, Chase McDuffie, and Justin Bramo. And then for Carson-Newman, Jack Browder, Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, Khalees Fry, and Matt Bilbray. And we'll turn the official introductions over to Matt Scalzo, and he'll introduce them to you and to Holt Fieldhouse.
And now the starting lineups presented by First Bank, home of the CN Eagle debit card. First for Lees-McRae, a 6-foot senior guard from Hendersonville, South Carolina. Number 3, Dwight Kennedy. A redshirt junior guard from Durham, North Carolina. Number 5, Isaiah DeBurgo. A 6'3 junior guard from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. Number 11, Gerald Meses. A 6'4 redshirt junior guard from Broad River, South Carolina. Number 14, Chase McDuffie. A 6'7 junior forward from Bridgetown, Barbados. Number 34, Justin Bromeo. The Bobcats are led by Deshaun Motley, assisted by Alex Biggerstaff, Kevin Phillips, Trent Burleson, and John Covington III. And now the starting lineups for your Carson-Newman Eagles. A 6'4 senior guard from Kingsport, Tennessee. Number 1, Jack Browder. A 6'5 junior forward from Oxford, Alabama. Number 2, Rylan Hauk. A 6'9 senior forward from Morristown, Tennessee. Number 5, Braden Illick. A 6'5 senior guard from Newport, Kentucky. Number 7, Khalees Fry. A 6-foot sophomore guard from Crossville, Tennessee. Number 10, Matt Bilbray. The Eagles are led by head coach Chuck Benson, assisted by Luke Brennigan, Case Roach, Dave Gorman, and Nick Brennigan.
Pre-game introductions out of the way, and we are set for basketball here in Holt Fieldhouse. The Bobcats have green jersey tops and green shorts, yellow numerals on the front and back of the jerseys, and that yellow numeral with a green stripe and then a yellow stripe around it, green piping up the sides of the tops for Lees-McRae. Eagles out in the pristine home whites. White tops, white shorts, orange numerals trimmed in blue on the front and back of the jerseys, and then Carson-Newman written around the numbers on the front of the jerseys in blue trimmed in orange. Eagles have their names on the back of the jerseys in blue trimmed in orange. Braden Illick will jump it up for the Eagles against Justin Bromeo for the Bobcats. Grant Tyler is set to lob it up. And we are underway as Illick controls the tap, shoves it back to Khalees Fry, and the Eagles move left to right with the basketball to open up this game. Bilbray down the right side of the paint, drives inside, pivots around, fades, fires, and connects over top of Dwight Kennedy. So the Eagles fire the opening salvo. A 2-0 lead for the Eagles, 25 seconds in. Bobcats work it from right to left. Top of the key for DeBurgo. DeBurgo step back, left elbow jumper, 15-footers off the mark. Hauk rises to pull in the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman on the hot front court. Illick, left wing, bounce feed inside, Browder to the cup. Whistle and an offensive foul on Jack Browder. He was stumbling as he received the pass, and the basket doesn't count. His first on Carson-Newman. 2-0 Eagles. 44 seconds in. And the Bobcats will bring it from right to left. They're going to pull a few seconds off the clock as it did not start after the foul. Everything settled. And now the Bobcats will inbound and bring it front court. Kennedy out to Meses, head of the key. Meses, bounce feed for Bromeo. Khalees Fry steals it away. Fry brings it front court. Lees-McRae back on defense. Illick finds Fry, cutting to the basket. Right-hand layup falls in. Braden Illick, deft touch to find Fry in the middle of the lane. Cutting to the cup, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Eagles. 75 seconds in. Bobcats onto the offensive end. A drive from the left baseline. DeBurgo finds the bottom of the barrel. Swooping in past Bilbray. 4-2. Eagles by a pair. 18:35 left first half. Bilbray walks it over the timeline. Center court. Kennedy picks him up. Bilbray sends it inside. Houck. Backdoor cut to the hole for an uncontested lay-in with the left hand. Off the glass. 6-2. Eagles by 4. 18:15 to go in the first half. Bobcats onto the offensive end. Kennedy slips it left point for Mises. Moves inside on Fry. Backs it out top of the key for DeBurgo. DeBurgo works inside on Houck. Lost the handle on it. Browder steals and saves it in on the right baseline. Illick into the front court. Loops it to Browder, head of the key. Back to Illick. Off his hands. Can't save it in the right corner. Illick takes a stumble. And one turnover begets another. Ball back to Lees-McRae. Eagles have turned it over a couple times. Haven't missed a shot. 3 of 3 to start from the field to build this early 4-point lead. Bobcats drive, dish, right corner. Kennedy curls into the lane. Left-hand teardrop. Rolls off right side. Illick snares the rebound. Eagles push tempo left to right. Houck down the left side of the lane. Tied up, going up by Mises. A whistle and a foul on Mises. So that's his first. First on the Bobcats. And 2 free throws result for Rylan Houck. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value. You can depend on powering Mossy Creek. We are AEC, powering what matters most. Houck silky smooth, and that's the first. He's got 3 points. As Cedric Patterson checks in for the Bobcats in place of Mises. Patterson, the leading scorer in Lees-McRae's loss yesterday with 22. Houck a 2 of 2 trip, and the Eagles are up by 6 early. 8-2 with 17:22 to go in the first half. Bobcats cladding green, moving right to left in front of a nice crowd on a Sunday afternoon in Holt Fieldhouse. Left wing Patterson a triple, raises front iron. Browder the rebound, outlets it ahead to Houck. Houck to the left block, easy uncontested lay-in on the break. Timeout, Lees-McRae. 6 straight, for Carson-Newman. Eagles have built a 10-2 lead with 17:07 to play in the first half, prompting a timeout from first-year head coach Deshaun Motley. Eagles getting up and down on the break. 10 points on 4-4 shooting for Carson-Newman. And Rylan Houck has done the heavy lifting. He's got 6 here in the first 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Bobcats break the huddle with Kennedy, DeBurgo, McDuffie, Romeo, and Patterson. Starting 5 still out there for the Eagles with Houck, Illick, Browder, Bilbray, and Fry. 6 in a row for Carson-Newman, prompting the 32nd timeout for the Bobcats. And Lees-McRae, a 1-for-4 start from the field, looks for consistent offense against the Eagles zone. Down inside, left block, layup Kennedy, strong off the window. Fry downstairs for the rebound. Outlets it ahead to Bilbray left corner. Jab step with a teal-colored right foot. Moves right to the head of the key, fires a 3, splashdown. 9 straight for Carson-Newman. Matt Bilbray buries the 3, and the lead is 11 for the Eagles. 13-2, 16:30 to play first half. Bobcats front court, Kennedy, head of the key, triple. He answers. That stops the Eagles' 9-0 run in the last minute 42. It makes it an 8-point game. 13-5, 16-17 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Illick, free throw line. Slips it inside Fry. Knocked out of his hands by Bromeo, and it stays with Carson-Newman with 16 to shoot. Standifer and Okokol into the game for the Bobcats, replacing DeBurgo and Bromeo. Houck triggers into Fry right baseline. Back out Houck right corner. Left hand dribbles, baseline drive, kick, Illick, back, right corner, 3. Left it short, first miss of the day for Carson-Newman. And the rebound snared by Standifer on the right block. Bobcats moving right to left. Kennedy, top of the key, chest pass Patterson, right wing. Back to Kennedy, head of the key, 3's open, and he rattles it in. That's 6 straight for Lees-McRae after the Eagles built an early 11-point lead. The Bobcats have answered and have trimmed it to 5. 13-8, 15:40 to play in the first half. Eagles front court. Fry, right baseline drive, gets to the cup, pumps, draws his defender into the air. Right-hand leaner, strong off the window. Oakley for the board, and the Bobcats bring it front court and turn it over. A pass from Standifer in the right corner shoots into Carson-Newman's bench, and that brings us to a break in the action. 15:26 to go in the first half. It's Carson-Newman 13 and Lees-McRae 8. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:26 to go in the opening stanza. 13-8 lead for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae. Eagles jumped out 13-2 on the strength of a 9-0 run, but Lees-McRae has settled down and scored the last 6. Bilbray drops it off Stamper, right block, right hand, strong off the glass with the layup. And then Stamper fouls Oakley going for the rebound. That's Stamper's first, the second on Carson-Newman. And Lees-McRae another opportunity to make some inroads into this deficit. Carson-Newman a 5 of 8 start from the field. The Eagles made their first 5 shots, but have missed 3 in a row. Lees-McRae looking to take advantage, trim it to a single possession on this trip. Right block, it goes down inside to Bromeo. He leans back and hits the bunny over top of Stamper. 13-10, 8 straight for the Bobcats to cut it down to 3. Carson-Newman front court. Bilbray, right corner, quick 3 is airballed long. Patterson on the backside for the rebound. Bobcats sprinting right to left. Patterson, head of the key. Browder comes out to defend him. Sends it right wing, Standifer, back to Patterson up top. Patterson, right hand dribbles on the wing. Looks inside, nothing there. Feeds Oakley head of the key against the Eagles zone. 11 to shoot. Patterson head of the key. Moves inside on Browder. Kick out left corner for Oakley. Baseline drive. Pull up 15-footer short. Browder's there for his second rebound. Eagles on the move left to right, leading by 3. Left corner. Here's a 3. Yes! Ollie Smith in transition. Stops the Bobcats' 8-0 run and a 2-minute, 19-second Eagles scoring drought. Smith had 22 last night for Carson-Newman. 16-10 Eagles, 14:01 to play first half. Bobcats offensive end. Bromeo twisting inside. Can't hit the lefty leaner on the left block. Stamper cleans up the miss for the Eagles. Clad in all white, moving left to right. Browder dispossessed head of the key. It's stolen away by Standifer. No, check that. It's Oakley who runs the lane and throws it down. 16-12, Eagles by 4, 13:40 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman moves it left to right. Bilbray for Smith at the top of the key. Inside Stamper. Overplay by Bromeo. He knocked it loose, but he also came over the top. Bromeo with his first. Second on him. Overplaying on Isaac Stamper. 16-12. A 4-point lead for the Eagles after they led by 11 early. Carson-Newman triggers into Browder in the left corner. Back out Stamper left wing. High hands there for Agu. Loose ball out of bounds off a Stamper, and it's back to Lees-McRae. 4th turnover for Carson-Newman. Bobcats can trim it to a single possession on this trip with 13:20 to play in the first half. Kennedy moseys down the left side of the paint, lays it up through contact, and hits over top of Browder. 14, Eagles by 2. 13:08 to go in the first half. Eagles front court. Bilbray out to Stamper between the rings. Stamper pivots, sends it right corner, Houck. Baseline drive, Houck cutting to the cup, right hand layup, will not fall, but Houck draws a foul. It's on Okokol, his first, 3rd on the Bobcats. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Rylan Houck to the line where he's 2 for 2 today. Make it 3 for 3 as he calmly sinks the first. A 17-14 lead for the Eagles. Carson-Newman used a 9-0 run to get an 11-point lead, but Lees-McRae answered with an 8-0 burst, and now we sit at a 4-point game. 18-14 Eagles after Houck makes his second. 12:50 to go in the first half. Bobcats front court, whistle and a moving screen at the top of the key called on Daniel Agu. His first, 4th on Lees-McRae. Ball back to the Eagles. Bilbray will get the ball in the backcourt and bring it left to right. Houck, head of the key. Sends it to Bilbray left wing. Bilbray drives inside on Agu, gets to the cup. Bilbray teardrop finish off glass. 20-14, Eagles by 6, 12:25 to go in the first half. Bobcats with it front court. Kennedy left open for a right wing triple, no good. Follow through tap, won't fall for McDuffie. Houck grabs it in the middle of the lane for the Eagles. Carson-Newman pushes left to right. Bilbray into the left corner. Browder transition 3, cash. Back to a 9-point game for Carson-Newman, 23-14 Eagles. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Jack Browder, his first points. Bobcats onto the offensive end. Left wing for Standifer. Moves it back out to the top of the key for Kennedy. Kennedy twirls into the paint. Wild leaner, will not fall. But a whistle and a foul. And it's on Browder. That's his second. The team's third. Lees-McRae shooting free throws, looking to stop a 7-0 Carson-Newman run when we get back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
11:43 to go in the first half. A 23-14 lead for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae. Eagles have scored the last 7 in this one to turn a single possession game back into a 9-point lead. Eagles led by 11 early with a 9-0 run before Lees-McRae answered with an 8-0 burst. And since then, the Eagles with 7 in a row, making their last 3 shots to get it back to 9. Eagles shooting 67% from the field and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. First free throw swishes in from Dwight Kennedy. make it an 8-point game. Kennedy puts up the second, and he makes that one as well. So a 2-2 trip for Kennedy. Makes it a 7-point game, 23-16 with 11:36 to go in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. A whistle and a foul away from the ball on Caden Krieger, his first, the 5th on Lees-McRae. Eagles reset. Illick, top of the key, left to the wing, pulls from deep. Illick, front of the 10, no good. Rebound snatched by Patterson, and the Bobcats move it right to left. Patterson yo-yos it to the left corner, gets it back on the left wing. Patterson curls between the rings. Fry picks him up. Bounce feed inside. Fry deflects. Smith steals it at the free throw line. Eagles on the hop left to right. Houck weaving through traffic to the hole for a deuce. Rylan Houck already into double digits. He's got 10. 25-16. Eagles back up 9 with 10:53 to play first half. Bobcats on the other end. Quick long 2 is off the mark for Patterson. And then Houck is discarded. Shoved to the ground going for the rebound. And you got a whistle and a 6th personal on the Bobcats. Charge it to whom? That's what we'll see. Still waiting for the live stats to charge it, and it's to Krieger. That's his second. And again, the 6th on Lees-McRae. Illick, head of the key, over to Colin Brown, right wing triple. Brown buries it. Colin Brown connects on the 4th 3 of the half for the Eagles, and Carson-Newman has its biggest lead of the day at 12. 28-16 with 10:25 to go in the first half. Bobcats front court. Right wing triple, long off the heel for McDuffie. Smith the board. Eagles pushing tempo left to right. Houck, left block. Turns inside and draws a foul. Free throws for Rylan Houck after a first personal on Kennedy. And a 7th team foul on the Bobcats. Eagles shooting free throws the rest of the half. They're in the bonus. And this will be 1-1 for Rylan Houck, who paces Carson-Newman with 10 points. Houck floats up to the front end, and it's long off the heel. Doesn't earn the second. DeBurgo the rebound. Bobcats front court. Right elbow for Patterson. Goes out top of the key, around to the left wing for DeBurgo. Back to the top of the key for Patterson. Hop step to the free throw line, drops it off right block. Uncontested lay-in for Daniel Agu. That stops a 3-minute field goal drought for the Bobcats, pulls them within 10. 28-18, 9:50 to go in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Illick free throw line. One dribble, tosses up, 10-footer, swish. First points of the season for Braden Illick, stretches the lead back to 12 for the Eagles. 30-18 with 9:35 to play in the first half. Bobcats onto the offensive end. Drive into Houck, and a whistle and a foul on Houck. That's his first. 4th on Carson-Newman. And Isaiah DeBurgo is in the act of shooting. He'll take a pair. Carson-Newman, the hot hand. Eagles 69% from the field and 4 of 7 from deep. They're +2 on the glass as the first free throw goes in for DeBurgo. One more free throw and a chance to make it a 10-point game. Second one's up, and it too is good. 30-20. Eagles by 10, 9:25 to go in the first half. Brown leaps and gets it across the timeline to Fry. Back to Brown on the right wing. Brown drives inside, off balance, Leaner no. Fry there for an offensive rebound, missed the stick back. Won't get a third chance as Bromeo controls, and then Fry dispossesses him. But it's out of bounds and back to Lees-McRae. 30-20, Eagles by 10. 9:07 left in the first half. Bobcats looking to get it back to single digits after that 3-minute field goal drought and 7-0 Carson-Newman run. Right wing for DeBurgo. DeBurgo out to the top of the key, Patterson. Crossover dribble on Brown, step back, left point, 3, rattles it in. 5 straight for the Bobcats. They've cut it to 7, 30-23 with 8:40 to play in the first half. Patterson has his first points. Eagles onto the offensive end, and Illick sends it into the stands, deflected out by a Bobcat, stays with Carson-Newman. 8:32 to play first half. 18 to shoot for the Eagles, looking to extend a 7-point lead. Illick, left corner, gives off to the baseline for a bunny. That's good for Houck. 12 first half points for Rylan Houck. He's matched his career high that he set last night. 32-23, Eagles by 9 with 8:12 to go in the first half. Lees-McRae with it front court. Left point for Patterson. Patterson yo-yos the ball inside, gets the cup, and flies in from the left side with the right hand to scoop it in off the window. Patterson with 5 in a row for the Bobcats to cut it back to 7. 32-25, 7:50 to play first half. Carson-Newman front court. Brown, right block. Pulls up, lefty, hits. 5 for the freshman Brown. Back to a 9-point Eagle lead. 7:40 to go, first half. Bobcats set up shop against the Eagles matchup zone. Head of the key for McDuffie. Swings it left wing to DeBurgo. DeBurgo, hop step to the left block, kicks it into the corner for Kennedy. Baseline drive on Smith. Kennedy works it back with 7 to shoot. Inside McDuffie. Lost it out of his hands, deflected by Smith. It stays with Lees-McRae, but just 6 to shoot. 7:18 to go in the first half. It's Carson-Newman, 34. Lees-McRae, 25. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Carson-Newman shooting the ball well and up by 9 on Lees-McRae. Carson-Newman 65% from the field. Lees-McRae has made its last 3 shots. Bobcats are at 47%. They've got 5 on the shot clock here. Patterson, step back, left wing 3. Strong off the back iron. Fry rises for the free throw line rebound. Eagles in transition. Illick, right wing. Gets into the paint, drops it off Fry, reverse layup, cutting to the basket, yes, with the right hand from the left side. 4 for Khalees Fry, back to a double-digit lead. 36-25 with 6:55 to go in the first half. Bobcats the other way, turnaround free throw line jumper. McDuffie nets it from 16. First points for Chase McDuffie, 36-27, Eagles by 9, 6:43 to go first half. Other way, Bilbray, right wing 3, spins out right side. DeBurgo snares the board and brings it front court. Pass to the top of the key, deflected, corralled, and kicked left corner. Patterson 3, open, no. Bilbray the rebound, saves it in as he got contacted with, and throws it to McDuffie. Resets the shot clock to 30. Bobcat basketball trailing by 9. DeBurgo Spins inside on Bilbray, fades from the free throw line, and connects on a tough fadeaway 15-footer. That's 8 for DeBurgo. Bilbray will exit with a slight limp and grimace on his face, and Colin Brown is into the game. 36-29, Eagles by 7. Bobcats have heated up from the field. They've made 5 of their last 7. None too shabby at 48%. Carson-Newman has had the hot hand, 64% from the field. And the guy with 12 points to lead all scorers, Rylan Houck, checks back in for Lees-McRae. So you got Brown, Illick, Houck, Smith, and Caden Botts on the floor. Jack Browder on the bench with 2 fouls. Left corner, Botts 3 is short, left of the 10. Meese's the rebound, and the Bobcats sprinting front court. Drive, Burgo, contact, good off glass. DeBurgo, tough take, finishes through Botts. And the Bobcats have scored 6 straight to cut it to 5. 36-31 with 5:38 to go in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Brown throws it to the left baseline for Houck. Backs down McDuffie, right-hand finger roll. Houck hits. New career high for him. He's got 14. That stops the 6-0 Bobcat run. 38-31 with 5:20 to play in the first half. Lees-McRae front court. Randleman off to Meese's top of the key. Into the high post for DeBurgo. Right block shot, strong from DeBurgo. Brown the long rebound on the wing, right side. Brown front court, down the left side of the paint. Takes it to the cup, through contact. He connects off the window. 7 for Colin Brown. 40-31, Eagles by 9. 4:55 to go in the first half. All this with Jack Browder on the bench with 2 fouls. Down the right side of the paint goes DeBurgo. Whistle and a hold. Charge this to whom? It's on Caden Botts, his first. 5th on the Eagles. And the ball out of bounds on the right baseline. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them at eagleshop.cn.edu. Inbounds to Bromeo, right block, spins right on Illick. Takes it inside, double team, slips, left block. Here's a layup. It counts for Oakwood, and a foul. Basket counts. Colin Brown got him from behind with a tap. No, pardon me, there was Houck with the foul. His second, the 6th on the Eagles. An and one free throw coming for Oakwood, who has 4 points. Oakwood, one left-hand dribble. Southpaw sends up the and one freebie and knocks it down. 40-34, Eagles by 6. 4:35 left in the first half. Brown over the timeline, center court, picked up by Meese's. McDuffie switches to him as Brown gives off Botts left wing. Botts to the top of the key, down inside Illick, right of the paint. Illick backs it out into the right corner. Illick twisting around on McDuffie. Drop step into the lane. Fading. Right hand. Leaner got it from 8. 4 for Braden Illick. 8 the lead for the Eagles. Bobcats the other way. Shot up by McDuffie off the side of the backboard, but a whistle and a foul. It's on Botts. Number 2 on him. Number 7 on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for the Bobcats. Carson-Newman 65% from the field here in the first half. 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Lees-McRae pretty heady offensively as well. 50% and 3 of 9 from deep. First free throw rattles out right side for McDuffie. So the best he can do is make it a 7-point game at the line. Pushes it up. This one is through. 42-35, Eagles by 7. 4:04 left on the first half clock. Brown over the timeline left side, bounces to Illick, left elbow. Up top, Smith a 3. It's online but strong. Rebound pings around and it's deflected out by McDuffie. And that brings us to a media timeout. 3:50 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman, a 42-35 lead on Lees-McRae. We are back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman a 7-point lead over Lees-McRae. Eagles jumped up by as many as 12 in this one. Lees-McRae, good shooting, 50%, trying to stay pace for the hot-handed Eagles. Illick spins, left block, fading, jumper, good from 8 feet out. Tough take for Braden Illick. Carson-Newman stretches it back to 9, 44-35. With 3:34 left in the first half. Lees-McRae with it on the offensive end. Meese's top of the key. Chest pass left wing. Okwakole into the high post for Randleman. Pivots at the left elbow. Bounce for a cutting. Slasher Okwakole. His layup doesn't go. Deflects out of bounds. No foul. They're going to say 9 on the shot clock. So that gets sorted out. And Meese's inbounds deflected up by Fry, but collected by Bromeo. And then Bromeo is fouled on the left block by Ollie Smith. First on Ollie, 8th on the Eagles' free throws for the Bobcats. They've gone 6 of 7 at the line as a team. Justin Bromeo, his first attempts of the day. It is a 1-and-1 situation. He was not in the act of shooting. Bromeo, 2 dribbles, bends the knees, front end is up, and long off the heel. Ollie Smith elevates for his second rebound in the middle of the lane, and Carson-Newman brings it left to right. Bilbray back in to run the point with Smith, Illick, Botts, and Fry. Bilbray between the rings, chest pass, Botts right wing. Dumps into Illick right block. Illick faces up on Meese's, now backs him down. 11 to shoot. Illick into the paint. He won't connect on the turnaround, but a whistle and harm on Gerald Meese's, his second, team's 8th. And a 2-shot foul for Braden Illick. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Illick's first free throw rattles in. He's got 7 points. 10-point Carson-Newman lead, 45-35. Looking to stretch it back to 11. It's been as large as 12 today for Carson-Newman. Eagles with 9-0 and 7-0 runs to build the lead. Lees-McRae has answered with 8-0 and 6-0 bursts, but have never been able to get in front. Illick's second is true. He's got 8 after he was scoreless in the opener. And the Eagles are up 11, 46-35 with 2:52 to play in the first half. Lees-McRae works it from right to left. DeBurgo drives inside, drop it off, right block, layup, true from Daniel Agu. 46-37. Eagles by 9, 2:37 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Bilbray knifing to the cup. Right hand teardrop tickles the twine. 9 for Matt Bilbray, 48-37. Eagles by 11. 2:25 to go in the first half. Lees-McRae with it front court. McDuffie top of the key. Fry harasses him. McDuffie drives. Off balance leaner, no. Fry tips the rebound. Ollie Smith outlets it, but it's pilfered by DeBurgo. DeBurgo down the left side of the lane, draws contact, can't get the bunny to fall. Offensive board, Agu. His putback is strong. Illick, finally glass work for the Eagles. Carson-Newman controls and moves it left to right, up by 11. Bucket here gives the Eagles their new largest lead. Smith, left wing, step back, firing, 3, short, front of the rim. McDuffie rises for the board, pulls it in with his right hand, and an all-green jersey moves right to left to give off on the right wing to Kennedy. He takes it to the head of the key and is fouled by Matt Bilbray. First on Bilbray, 9th on the Eagles, 1-1 for the Bobcats. Bilbray exits, Colin Brown re-enters. Carson-Newman up by 11. And Dwight Kennedy heads to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 today. Making 2 for 3. He doesn't earn the second. Rims off right side in the Bots' hands. 48-37, Eagles by 11. 90 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Brown down the left side of the lane. Shovels off. Illick left point triple. Halfway down and out. That was 3/4 of the way down and hopped off the front side into DeBurgo's arms. He goes the other way and goes glass with the left hand driving to the bucket to send it in. 48-39, Eagles by 9 with 70 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman looking to crack half 100 in the opening 20 minutes for a second straight game. Brown leaps and lobs to Illick at the top of the key. Illick shoves it to Bots' right wing. Bots a drive. Dish, left corner. Brown, open look from deep. Airballed it off the backboard. DeBurgo, backside rebound, right baseline. And as he brings it front court, a whistle and a foul on Colin Brown. First on Brown, 10th on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Lees-McRae. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. DeBurgo connects on the first free throw to make it an 8-point game as Okukole exits and Standifer enters for the Bobcats. Second free throw is good. And it's a 48-41 lead for Carson-Newman with 44 seconds left in the first half. Brown for Illick at the top of the key. Straight on triple, bullseye. Braden Illick has 11, Eagles up 10. 51-41, Carson-Newman with 30 seconds left in the first half. 5-second difference, shot clock to game clock. DeBurgo twisting down on the right block, gets it out, right wing, Kennedy 3, he swishes it. Kennedy has 13, he's 3 of 4 from range, and the Bobcats cut it to 7. 51-44 with 13 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman front court. Brown, left wing, slicks Illick, top of the key. 3, yes! Back-to-back triples for Braden Illick, the lead 10 for the Eagles. Half-court heave on the way. It will not go for Kennedy, and that is how the first half reaches its conclusion. 54-44. Carson-Newman leads by 10 at the break, playing through foul trouble with Rylan Houck and Jack Browder, both on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. And Carson-Newman has a 10-point lead at the half. Eagles Shop halftime report is headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman a 54-44 halftime lead over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Carson-Newman. Hardy offense inside of Holt Fieldhouse for a second consecutive game. Eagles shoot 62% from the field in the opening half. 6 of 15 from beyond the arc. That's 40%. Carson-Newman +1 on the glass and just 5 turnovers in the opening half of basketball. And they get to this advantage in spite of foul trouble from 2 starters. Rylan Houck with a pair of personals. He did get to play 15 minutes and has already reset his career high with 14 points. Jack Browder, just 8 minutes in the first half and 3 points. He picked up 2 quick personals. Braden Illick, he was scoreless yesterday, but he's got 14 first-half points here today on 5 of 8 shooting, including back-to-back threes late in the half. That stretched Carson-Newman back to a double-digit advantage at the halftime break. He also has 4 assists in this one. For Lees-McRae, Isaiah DeBurgo paces the Bobcats with 14, while Dwight Kennedy has 13. He's been effective from range, going 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. It all adds up to a 10-point halftime lead for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae. We'll take you around the rest of the South Atlantic Conference and the Carson-Newman family with an Eagles Shop scoreboard update when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, back courtside in Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman 54-44 halftime leaders over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Eagles 22-4 leaders in the all-time series heading into this, the 27th meeting. Eagles looking for a third consecutive win in this one. And Carson-Newman, a high-quality offensive start to this contest. The Eagles shoot better than 60% from the field in the first half, and that's the reason for the double-digit halftime lead on a Sunday where there's really scant offerings throughout the South Atlantic Conference. Not a ton of games going on around the league, and in fact, one of the other two within the conference happened in this facility earlier today, and that was UVA-Wise, who pummeled King 110-72. The Highland Cavaliers have six guys finish in double figures, and two more in Ward and Lidman, who finished with 9 apiece. Cam Roberts paced the Highland Cavaliers with 20 points as UVA-Wise shot 53% from the field and went 15 of 39 from beyond the arc to grab a 38-point win over the King Tornado. Wise was plus 23 on the glass, handed out 34 assists on 45 made baskets, and limited the Tornado to 36% shooting. Not a great 2 days here at Holt Fieldhouse for King, who lost by 37 last night to Carson-Newman. The only other men's game on the docket today is over at USC-Aiken, and Catawba is taking on the Pacers in an NCAA tournament rematch from a year ago, and so far it is going Catawba's way. Well, maybe. Yeah, I think so. The live stats don't have the correct names in the right spots, but I do believe Catawba leads USC Aiken 28-18. 50% shooting for the Indians. James Banks has 8 points to guide the Indians while limiting the Pacers to 33% shooting. And then on the women's side, Carson-Newman's women, a tough shooting day in Hickory against USC Aiken. The Pacers prevail 62-54. Carson-Newman just 27% from the field and 5 of 23 from beyond the arc. Jen Sullivan, the only Eagle in double figures with 11 points. She was 5 of 11 from the field in that game. USC Aiken got 17 from Morgan McDermott. She leads all scorers. Pacers were 8 of 16 from beyond the arc. They just didn't turn it over. Only 9 turnovers on the day. Eagles just struggled to make shots, and Aiken was +8 on the glass. That's the big reason for the 8-point Pacer win. So Mike Mincy's group falls to 1-1 to open up the year. Here in Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman is looking for a 2-0 start. Eagles leading Lees-McRae 54-44 at the halftime break.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top of the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, a 54-44 halftime lead for the Eagles over Lees-McRae. Before we begin the second half, we'll pause 10 seconds so that our stations may identify themselves. This is across the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside in Holt Fieldhouse. Jay Adams running the show back inside of Network Control. Our director today is Ian Johnson, replay operator Jay West. Our camera crew, Blair Cherry, Andrew Larson, Colin Kempfert, and Noah Penland. Certainly glad that you've elected to spend part of your Sunday with us here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman has a 54-44 halftime lead over Lees-McRae. Bobcat basketball out of the break with Kennedy, Mises, DeBurgo, Standifer, and McDuffie. Right of the lane, teardrop airball by Mises, but it functions as a pass to Romeo, and he gets an uncontested lay-in on the left block. 54-46, Eagles by 8. 25 seconds into the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Bilbray over to Illick, right wing. Pump fakes a 3, steps left, fly by, open, short. Long rebound right in the paint, snared by Romeo. Bobcats bring it right to left. It's inside for Romeo. He stumbles, gets body bumped by Hauker Illick. You got to whistle a foul, and a foul on Illick. First on Braden, first on the Eagles of the half. He got screened in by Deshaun Motley. Not sure if that was on the floor or in the act of shooting. On the floor. And Yerald Mises inbounds it off of Illick's rump, catches it, and he gets fouled laying it in. Heady play by Yerald Mises. He'll have to earn him at the line, though, as Illick picks up a quick second personal. And a second team foul on Carson-Newman. 54-46, Eagles by 8. They've been up by as many as 12. Free throw on the way. Back of the rim, no good from Mises. He's got one more. Kennedy, DeBurgo, Mises, McDuffie, and Bromeo for the Bobcats. Browder, Houck, Illick, Fry, Bilbray for the Eagles. Mises second. Rattles it in. 7-point game, 54-47 Eagles. The first 3 points of the second half belong to the Bobcats. Eagles onto the offensive end. Houck lobs Illick left elbow. Bounce feed to a cutting Browder to the cup. Right-hand layup, no. Browder got the offensive rebound. Was tied up with McDuffie. Arrow favors Carson-Newman. Jump ball. So Carson-Newman will get the basketball out of bounds on the left baseline. And Houck will inbound. Triggers into Khalees Fry. Backs it out to Bilbray, top of the key. Left around the screen, back to Illick, running the middle of the lane. Right hand floater will not fall, but he's fouled. Foul charged. To whom here? We'll wait on stats to update. As Illick gets the roll with the first to make it a 8-point game. Foul goes on to Burgo. His first on the Bobcats. Second free throw for Illick. Got the roll. Front iron, back iron, and down through the strings. 2-2 trip for Braden Illick. He's got 16. 56-47 for the Eagles. 18:50 to play in the second half. Lees-McRae with it front court. Right wing for McDuffie. Skips left point, Kennedy. Kennedy into the high post to Burgo. Pivots around over the SAC logo, backs it out to Kennedy. He fades for a 17-footer, roams off right side for a third rebound for Rylan Houck. Carson-Newman with it front court. Browder for Illick at the top of the key, back to Browder right wing. Drives inside on Bromeo, rims off to the left, and the rebound punch to the top of the key to Burgo corrals. In transition, McDuffie to the hole. Off-kilter lay-in, goes in off the back of the rim with the right hand. 56-49. Eagles by 7, 18:07 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman on the offensive end. Bilbray to Fry in the right corner. Fry, baseline drive, spins, ducks, and loops out to Bilbray right corner. Bilbray, step back, 3. Short, front of the 10. Illick tips the rebound. Bilbray corrals in the right corner. Second chance, 3. Nope, off the front of the rim. McDuffie out of the fray with the rebound. Bobcats down 7, moving left to right. Into the lane goes Mises, drops it off left block. Count the basket for Bromeo, and a foul. Charged the foul to Bilbray, his second, team's third, and an and-one free throw for Justin Bromeo, looking to make it a 4-point game. Eagles were up by 10 at the break, but the Bobcats have outscored Carson-Newman 7-2 to open up the second half. And one free throws long from Bromeo. Illick rises for a third rebound. And Carson-Newman moves right to left with it with a 5-point lead. Bilbray, drive, dish, Hauk, left corner, open look from deep, snap the strings. Career high 17 for Rylan Hauk, his first points of the second half. 59-51, Eagles by 8, 17-14 to go in the second stanza. Bobcats on the offensive end. Bromeo muscling inside on Illick. Fakes right, spins left, airballs the layup. It winds up in DeBurgo's hands. Second chance, 12 to shoot. Top of the key for Mises. Mises left around the screen, pulls a long two, short front iron. Fry seizes the rebound over the sack logo. Carson-Newman moves right to left. Fry shovels to Illick left wing. Illick moseys down to the left baseline. Backs down Bromeo, spins and hits. Fading away from 8 feet out. 18 for Braden Illick. Back to a 10-point lead, the halftime margin. 61-51, 16:30 to play in the second half. Bobcats with it front court. Left wing, DeBurgo. DeBurgo, teardrop left of the lane, rims off right side. Tussle for the board. It's loose, top of the key. Hauk saves it to Fry. 2-on-2 break. Fry dribbling through traffic, reach, and a whistle and a foul. Carson-Newman ball out of bounds by 10 after the personal on Mises, his third, team's second. Ira Wilson is into the game for the first time, as are Cedric Patterson and Nigel Okwukol. Eagles with Illick, Browder, Bilbray, Hauk, and Fry. Hauk, right baseline to inbound. Fires out to Illick on the right wing. Illick for Fry, top of the key. He's cut off and bumped by Ira Wilson, who fouls him with his body. First personal on Wilson, third team foul on the Bobcats. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Hauk from the hash on the right sideline, inbounds to Bilbray. Takes it to the right wing, chest pass Browder, right corner. Browder, jab step, step back, fires an off-balance three. It's short. Wilson the rebound at the head of the key. Bobcats down 10 and all green, moving left to right. Top of the key for Patterson. Two-hand overhead pass to the right wing, DeBurgo. DeBurgo stripped going up by Fry. Hauk takes it. Hauk outlets it ahead to Bilbray. One-on-one on the break. Coasting to the cup for a deuce. Fry and Hauk start it. Bilbray finishes it. Eagles match their biggest lead at 12. 63-51, 15:28 to go in the second half. Bobcats with it front court. Right point, McDuffie. Two passes, now 3. Down to DeBurgo left block. Backs down, Hauk, turns right. Right hand, hook, no. Rebound slammed down, Bilbray collects. Outlets it ahead to Browder. Browder driving in, right hand, left it short. Scooped up by Okwukol. Bobcats the other way, left to right. Patterson fading, free throw line, 15-footer, barely draws iron. Wilson an offensive rebound. Bounces it right block for DeBurgo. Feeds it cutting McDuffie, and he lays it in. That stops a 7-0 Carson-Newman run and a 2.5-minute Lees-McRae scoring drought. 63-53, Eagles leading, 14:40 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman with it front court. Bilbray on the left wing, right around an Illick screen, feeds Illick left block. Illick muscles it up on Wilson and draws a foul. Second personal on Ira Wilson, fourth team foul on the Bobcats. 2 free throws from Braden Illick when we return. 14:30 to play in the second half. 63-53. Carson-Newman just 3 of 10 from the field after halftime, but they have maintained their 10-point halftime lead. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
63-53, Carson-Newman. A double-digit lead on Lees-McRae here in the second half. Carson-Newman 3 of 10 from the field after halftime, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. But the scoring even because the Eagles have gotten to the free throw line a touch. And more here from Braden Illick as he flicks up the first and gets the roll. Front iron, spins around to the right, and drops down through the hole. That's 19 for Braden Illick, who eyes his 4th career 20-point game. And he has it. And even 20 for Braden Illick. He exits for Isaac Stamper. 20 for Braden Illick in 22 minutes. A 65-53 lead for Carson-Newman matches the Eagles' biggest of the day with 14:23 to go in the second half. Bobcats front court. Okwakol off to the left wing for McDuffie. McDuffie lost it. It's free at the timeline and tracked down by Patterson. Bilbray harasses him with 9 to shoot. Patterson left around the screen to the top of the key. Chest pass, left wing, triple, airballed by McDuffie. It's out of bounds to Carson-Newman with 3 on the shot clock. Suppose the 3 on the shot clock is irrelevant given it's Carson-Newman ball. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Matt Bilbray has secured Carson-Newman's new largest lead as he buries a left point 3. 68-53, Eagles by 15. 13:35 to go in the second half. Now a turnover. Browder the steal, outlets it ahead to Fry. Fry driving to the rim, missed the dunk with the right hand, and it's punched out of bounds. To Lees-McRae it goes. Matt Bilbray is saying that it should be Carson-Newman ball. Luke Brennigan, Carson-Newman assistant, says, don't worry about it. Play defense. 12-2 Carson-Newman run over the last 4 minutes. Bobcats one of their last 7 from the field. Patterson into the right short corner for Wilson. Around the horn it goes, left corner for McDuffie. Baseline drive gets into Stamper and draws a foul. Airballed the leaner, but Isaac Stamper picks up his second. The 4th on the Eagles. And this results in a pair of free throws for Chase McDuffie. He's 1 of 2 at the line, sitting on 7 points on the day. Looks to halt this 12-2 Eagle run, which he does, sinking the first free throw, nothing but net. 68-54, Carson-Newman by 14. McDuffie. Second one's up, long off the heel. Browder rises for a 4th rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Leading by 14 with 13:05 to play in the second half. Bilbray, right elbow, 15-footer, long off the back of the rim. McDuffie elevates and pulls in the board with his right hand. Bobcats front court. Patterson off to the right wing for Gavin Bullock. Bullock sends it cross court left wing. Patterson. Patterson zips inside, backdoor cutting. Wilson lays it in from the right block. 68-56. Bobcats drop it down to 12. 12:33 to play, second half. Eagles front court. Browder finds Stamper open for the left corner 3. No. Fry punches the rebound to Houck. Houck down the left side of the lane, feeds Stamper middle of the lane. Stamper tied up. A whistle. You got a jump ball or got a foul. You got a foul. A reach on Gavin Bullock. His first, the 5th on Lees-McRae. Shot clock resets to 20, and Carson-Newman gets the ball out of bounds. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Browder, right baseline. 16 to shoot, spins, shoots over top of Bullock. That won't fall. Fry and McDuffie tussle for the rebound. McDuffie wins it. He's off to the races, coasting to the cup. His lefty runner falls off the back of the rim, but he also draws a foul. And it is on Matt Bilbray. That's his third. The fifth on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Chase McDuffie. A chance to get it down to 10 after the Eagles were up 15. 15-point lead came on the heels of a 12-2 Carson-Newman run as the first free throw rattles in for McDuffie. Colin Brown replaces Matt Bilbray. One more free throw for McDuffie, and he swishes it. 68-58, 12:08 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman just 27% from the field after halftime. There's a turnover at the top of the key, stolen by Bromeo. He races to the rim and throws it down with 2 hands. 7 straight for the Bobcats. What was once a 15-point Carson-Newman lead has dwindled down to 8 with 11:47 to play in the second half. Brown for Stamper at the right point. Stamper sends it inside. Houck right block. He gets behind the defense for an uncontested lay-in. 19 for Rylan Houck. He's 7 of 7 from the field. Stamper with his first assist. Back to a 10-point Eagle lead, 70-60. 11:28 to go in the second half. Bobcats with it on the offensive end. Patterson, top of the key. Slips it Bullock right wing. Dribbles to the sack logo middle of the lane. Pivots, passes, right block, layup. That's true for Bromeo. 70-62. Bromeo is into double digits. 4th Bobcat there. He has 10. Eagles by 8 with 11:05 to play in the second half. Brown down the left side of the lane. Scoops it up and in with the left hand. Strong take for Colin Brown. He's got 9. 72-62. Eagles by 10 with 10:55 to go in the second half. Bobcats front court. Left point for Patterson. Scrapes right around the screen. Pivots, passes, left wing. Okwakole to the hole. Can't hit the layup. Browder the rebound. Sends it ahead for Houck. Houck doesn't have numbers. He twirls into the paint. Gets stripped by Bullock. And the Bobcats sprint the other way after Carson-Newman's 8th turnover. Out of control. Left side of the lane. McDuffie no. Fry grabs the rebound middle of the lane. Fry into the front court for the Eagles. Bounces ahead. Brown cutting to the cup. Brown fouled hard. And that brings us to a break in the action. Gavin Bullock commits his second, the team's 6th. 2 free throws for Carson-Newman when we return. 10:22 to play in the second half. Eagles up 10, 72-62. That's where this game was at the halftime break. We return to Holt after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lee's Country Kitchen is for you. Lee's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lee's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lee's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lee's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
10:22 to play in the second half. 72-62. Carson-Newman leads Lees-McRae. Eagles just 33% from the field after halftime, but they have been able to maintain the lead in part because they've gotten to the free throw 4 times and made all 4 free throws. And have knocked down a couple of threes as well. Colin Brown buries the first free throw out of the break. He's got double digits for a second consecutive game to start his freshman career. Fourth Eagle into double digits. Second free throw's up and also good. 2-2 trip for Colin Brown. Eagles are up by 12. 74-62 with 10:20 to play in the second half. Bobcats with it front court. Right wing for Standifer goes to Bullock, top of the key. Shuffles back to Standifer, right wing. Around the horn it goes. Drop it off inside, right block, dunk, no for Bromeo. Second chance, good for the Bobcats. I think it was Standifer. Tough to see around Deshaun Motley, though. 10-point game regardless. 74-64 with 9:48 to go in the second half. Hauk spins left baseline, cuts out. Smith, right corner, catch three. Missed it. Illick an offensive rebound. Second chance for the Eagles. It was Standifer who made the layup on the other end. Illick backs down his defender, turns into the lane. Shot up from 8 is short. Bullock the board, left baseline to the Bobcats. Lees-McRae brings it left to right, down by 10. Standifer out to the left point, Kennedy. Back up top. He takes it. Kennedy down the left side of the paint. Lost the handle on it. Hauk the steal at the head of the key. Does not have numbers 1 on 3. Hauk takes it to the cup anyway and finishes over top of Bullock. 21 for Rylan Hauk. Back to a 22-point lead, or a 12-point lead for the Eagles. 76-64 with 8:55 to go in the second half. Bobcats with it on the offensive end. Spinning inside is DeBurgo. Tough twisting leaner falls. And now a timeout for Lees-McRae. 76-66. Eagles by 10. Brings us to a media. 8:42 to play in the second half. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
76-66, pardon me. Carson-Newman leads Lees-McRae. Eagles looking to sweep the SAC Conference Carolinas Challenge for a third straight year and start the season 2-0 and a third straight in the series with the Bobcats. Full court pressure from Lees-McRae. Hauk breaks it through the middle of the floor with a second to spare. Hauk off to Illick, right wing, left open. Pump fakes a three, dribbles inside. Illick draws a blocking foul as he takes it to the hole. It is a third personal on Gavin Bullock, a seventh team foul on Lees-McRae, and Carson-Newman shooting free throws for the rest of this one. Braden Illick's had a nice day. 20 points. 6 off his career high that he set last year on December 18th at Limestone. Got his fourth career 20-point affair, and he is mortal from the line, missing his first free throw on his 7th attempt. The best he can do is stretch it to an 11-point game. Illick hoists it up, swishes it. 77-66, Eagles by 11. Braden Illick matches Rylan Haug for the game high with 21 apiece. 8:18 to go in the second half. Bobcats with it front court. Left corner, here's a baseline drive and a missed layup for Kennedy, but a whistle on a foul. Charge Braden Illick with his third personal. The 6th on the Eagles. And 2 free throws result for Dwight Kennedy. 2 for 3 at the line today, make it 3 for 4. He knocks down his 14th point, makes it a 10-point game. 77-67, Eagles leading with 8:11 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 7 of 21 from the field after halftime. That's 33%. Eagles still on the plus side of 50% for the game as Kennedy goes 2 for 2 to make it a 9-point game. Carson-Newman breaks Lees-McRae's press, and Colin Brown gets it front court. Brown between the rings, picked up by Kennedy. Bounces to Illick left point. Illick hands off Browder, slips it back to Illick, cutting left block, leans in, strong with the layup. Rims off left side for McDuffie. McDuffie races front court down by 9. Top of the key, drives on Haug to the left block. Teardrop up, no. Offensive rebound. Grabbed by Bromeo. Second chance for the Bobcats. Bullock. Pops it off inside right block. Twisting, turning, shooting, scoring. Bromeo. Tough take with the left hand over top of Illick. 77-70. Bobcats pull within 7. Ollie Smith the other way. Drives inside and gets called for a charge. On the left baseline drive, it's Bromeo who takes it. Second personal on Ollie Smith. 7th team foul on the Eagles. Player control foul brings us to a break in the action. 7:21 to play in the second half. It's Carson-Newman 77, Lees-McRae 70. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
.7:21 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman leads by 7, 77-70, but Lees-McRae has chipped away. That was once a 15-point Carson-Newman lead. Bobcats have outscored the Eagles in the second half, 26-23. Eagles just 32% from the field after halftime, and I've had some shots that would normally go down around the rim fall out. Bobcat basketball out of the break. They've made their last 3 shots from the field. DeBurgo at the top of the key. Looks and backs it out to Kennedy, left wing. Kennedy swings it right corner for McDuffie. McDuffie lowers the shoulder and knocks over Khalees Fry. That's a charge. First on McDuffie. 8th on the Bobcats. 7th turnover of the game for Lees-McRae. And the ball back to Carson-Newman. It is toasty here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. There is a lot of perspiration in the building, and especially on the floor from where Khalees Fry took a tumble. Mops out. And a lot of work to be done to clean up this damp hardwood. No evaporative cooling inside of Holt Fieldhouse right now. Press on for the Bobcats. Browder has it in the backcourt right sideline. Eagles break the press with a second to spare as Browder gets it across. Gets it into Houck's hands, and the Eagles set up shop on the offensive end. Illick, head of the key. Sends it Bilbray, left corner. Catch three up, catch three down. Matt Bilbray has 17. That's a new career high for Bilbray, and the Eagles stretch the lead back to double digits. 80-70 with 6:28 to play in the second half. Bobcats the other way. Three off the mark from the right wing from Dwight Kennedy. Illick rebounds on the left baseline. Carson-Newman front court. Fry Euroing to the hole. Right-hand layup falls off front side. Romeo seizes the rebound. Bobcats front court. Right baseline to Burgo. Backs it out between the rings, Kennedy, and gives off to Gavin Bullock. Bullock, chest pass, left wing to Burgo. DeBurgo tries a triple. Back of the rim, no good. Fry grabs the rebound and promptly gets fouled by Gavin Bullock. Fourth personal on him. 9th team foul on the Bobcats. 1-1 for Khalees Fry. Stick around for the Domino's postgame report after today's game for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. So 1-1 for Khalees Fry, his first free throw attempts. Spins the ball into his left hand. Fry shoots it with his right, and it bounces off to the left, no good. Eagles can't extend the lead. It's 80-70 with 5:50 to play in the second half. Eagles were up 10 at the break. They've stayed even after halftime. Free throw line jumper short from McDuffie from 14. Browder grabs the rebound. Eagles sprint right to left. Houck all the way to the hole. His layup toilet bowls in. 23 for Rylan Houck on 9 of 10 shooting. Back up 12, Carson-Newman. 82-70 with 5:27 to play in the second half. Bobcats go the other way. Twisting, turning, passing DeBurgo, right elbow. DeBurgo, right block. Shot erased by Browder. Houck snatches a 7th rebound off the rejection. And Houck will run the point. The Lipscomb transfer over the timeline, middle of the floor. Rylan Houck moseys over to the right wing and lobs to Illick. Touch pass. Browder cutting to the cup. Oh, what ball movement. Browder finishes with the right hand from the right side off of a touch pass feed from Illick, his 6th assist. That was pure filth. 7 straight for the Eagles, and they're up by 14. 84-70 with 4:44 to play in the second half, and now a loose ball out of bounds stays with Lees-McRae. Carson-Newman has gotten stops. A 2-minute, 33-second Lees-McRae scoring drought, coupled with 4 consecutive misses, and the Eagles have responded with a 7-0 scoring run. Bobcats looking for an answer point. Mises. Top of the key goes to Cedric Patterson. Works inside on Bilbray. Step back 17-footer. Karam's off right side. Fry collects his 7th board. Fry over the timeline left side. Slaloms inside. Dish out Bilbray. Right corner. 3-ball. Dead-eye! 10 straight for the Eagles. Bilbray splashes in his 20th point. 87-70. Eagles up by 17, their largest lead, with 4:06 to go. Bobcats onto the offensive end. An airballed layup by Kennedy. Rebound flicked out, left wing, 3, answered by Patterson. Timeout, Lees-McRae. That brings us to a break in the action. 3:57 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 87, Lees-McRae 73. We return to Holt Fieldhouse for the final 3 minutes, 57 seconds after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
3:57 left in the second half. Carson-Newman with a crucial 10-0 run to open up what was a 17-point lead before a Lees-McRae 3-ball. Cut it to 14 from Patterson. And it's Carson-Newman basketball out of the break. Browder gets it to Hauk, who brings it across the timeline to break the Lees-McRae press. Bobcats trapping. Eagles pass out. If you get it to Ollie Smith on the right block, and he draws a foul laying it up. Didn't make the layup, but the personal goes on Okwakol, his second. 10th on the Bobcats. Eagles shooting 2 free throws for the remainder of the game. Trio of Eagles with 20 or more points. Career high 23 for Rylan Hauk. Career high 20 for Matt Bilbray. And a fourth career 20-point game for Braden Illick. Ollie Smith knocks down a free throw, his 4th point against his former team, to put the Eagles back up by 15. One more free throw for Smith. It's true. 16-point lead for the Eagles, 89-73, with 3:40 to go in the second half. Last time Carson-Newman had 3 20-point scores, February 8th, 2025 at Newberry. Bobcats down low, dispossessed McDuffie, got it back, reset, head of the key with 8 to shoot. Twirling inside, it's Patterson, and he draws a foul on Matt Bilbray. That's a 4th on Bilbray. Team 8th on the Eagles. Sorry, it wasn't Patterson, it was Kennedy who, no, check that, I was right. It was Patterson. Kennedy was moving to the free throw line. He wasn't moving to the free throw line. He was moving to high-five a teammate and exit. So it is Patterson at the stripe. And he makes the front end of the 1-and-1. 89-74. Eagles by 15. 3:20 to play in the second half. Second free throw's long. Browder elevates for a 7th rebound. The Eagles contend with pressure off the miss. Browder breaks it, goes to the left corner for Ollie Smith. Chest pass, Bilbray, top of the key. Man-to-man for the Bobcats, down 15 with 3:03 to play. Bilbray loops it Browder at the free throw line. Kick out Smith, left corner, catch 3, bullseye! 8 for Ollie, 18 the lead for the Eagles, their biggest of the day. 92-74, 2:48 to go. Bobcats with it front court. Inside, scoop up, scoop in, Okwakol counted in a foul. Tough take in the middle of the paint. Foul charged to Ollie Smith, his 3rd, team's 9th. So 1 free throw. And the and 1 is good for Okwakol. He's got 8. 92-77. Eagles by 15 with 2:40 left. Seized control with a 10-0 run, coupled with a 3-minute Lees-McRae scoring drought. Hauk at the top of the key. Gives off to Braden Illick. Drops it off Smith left corner. Smith drives, hangs, hits, and 1! Ollie Smith in double digits against his former team. Count the basket. And a foul on Bromeo, his 2nd, team's 11th. Smith to the line for an and 1 free throw. And a chance to stretch it back to 18. Carson-Newman has made its last 5 shots from the field after hovering around 33, 35% for much of the second half. They're up to 45 now for the second half and 54 for the game. Smith's and one, left it short. Rebound grabbed at the right elbow by DeBurgo. DeBurgo over the timeline, left side, right hand dribbles. Blue shoes accelerating, dishing, right wing 3, short for McDuffie. Browder snags his 8th rebound, and Eagles push tempo right to left. Bilbray, right point, chest pass, Illick left wing. Illick dribbles over, fakes a handoff to Smith, bounces to Browder right block. Browder back to the basket, working on Okrakol. Feeds a cutting Smith. It's off of his hands and out of bounds. Carson-Newman's 9th turnover of the day. Ball back to the Bobcats, down 17. 94-77, Eagles looking to go 2-0 in this event for a 3rd straight year. 100 seconds, all that separates them from that. Slipping on the right block is DeBurgo. He picks up his dribble and flips it out to the right wing for Kennedy. Kennedy drives inside, wild runner, missed. There's the rebound by Smith. Gets it to Bilbray, and the Eagles bring it from right to left. Illick hands off to Matt Bilbray, and the Eagles content to run clock. Bilbray stops his dribble, top of the key, overhead pass, Houck right wing. Houck to the free throw line, pulls up, fading, 15-footer, cash. Career night for Rylan Houck. He's got 25 on 10 of 11 shooting. Lees-McRae the other way for a layup for Isaiah DeBurgo. 96-79 Eagles with 50 seconds left. Now brings the air out of the ball with Carson-Newman up. Now a whistle and a foul on the perimeter. Browder fouled on the jump circle by McDuffie. His second, team's 12. 2 free throws for Jack Browder. Well, these games, these first 2 games, we've kind of wondered what is Carson-Newman going to look like. 7 seniors graduated, 5,200 career points gone. 3 surefire professionals on last year's roster as Browder sinks the first. And I don't know that these games have followed a script, but if you're to say that Carson-Newman's going to be up 18 on Lees-McRae, kind of presume that Jack Browder would at least be in double digits, but he's at 7. Instead, the trio of Houck, Illick, and Bilbray combining for 66. This jumper on the other end by Lees-McRae. Browder, a 9th rebound. There is 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Chuck Benson says, hold it. Eagles will take a shot clock violation here. And a 10th turnover as Holt Fieldhouse applauds the performance here today by Carson-Newman. Houck dribbling out. Eagles will take the shot clock violation. Give it back to Lees-McRae with 1.4 seconds remaining. A 98-79 lead for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae. Bobcats inbound, and that's it. Fine fettle for Carson-Newman. Eagles put away Lees-McRae with a 10-0 run late in the second half to prevail by a final score of 98-79. Eagles dominate again. +9 on the glass, shoot 55% from the field, and get a combined 66 points from Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, and Matt Bilbray in a quality 98-79 win over Lees-McRae. Eagles are 2-0. They do the job against the Bobcats. Domino's post-game report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
We're going to get backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with two hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Quality day at the office for Carson-Newman. The Eagles prevail by a final score of 98-79 over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Eagles get the 19-point win and win a seventh consecutive game in this SAC Conference Carolinas Challenge. That is now 3 straight years that the Eagles have swept the competition in this South Atlantic Conference Carolinas Challenge. And the Eagles do it with a high-level effort and a complete effort inside of Holt Fieldhouse today. 66 combined points from Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, and Matt Bilbray. It's a career high for Rylan Houck. It's a career high for Matt Bilbray. And it's a fourth career game with 20 points for Braden Illick. He was 5 off his career high today. And he also had 5 boards and 7 assists. Eagles were +9 on the glass in this one. And got a quiet 7 points and 9 rebounds out of Jack Browder. He was in foul trouble for a good chunk today, but guided the Eagles in the second half, at least in terms of the work on the boards, to deny Lees-McRae second chance opportunities and help Carson-Newman out that way. The Eagles, after 49 points from the bench yesterday, get 21 today, 17 on the break, and only turn it over 9 times in this one as Carson-Newman improves to 2-0, while Lees-McRae falls to 0-2. The Eagles get the job done with quality defense. They limited Lees-McRae to 44% shooting, including 41% from the field in the second half. The Bobcats just 1 of 7 from beyond the arc after halftime, and 5 of 18 from 3 for the game. Lees-McRae got 16 points from DeBurgo, 15 from Kennedy, 12 from Romeo, and 10 from McDuffie. 4 double-digit scores for Lees-McRae, but with the exception of Romeo, none of them were exceptionally efficient. Romeo just, he was 6 of 8 from the field, but McDuffie 3 of 9, 0 for 4 from deep. DeBurgo 6 of 14, he takes 14 shots to get to 16 points. And then Kennedy finishes with 15 on 12 shots, 4 of 12 from the field. He was 3 of 4 from beyond the arc in the first half and missed both of his three-point attempts after halftime. Meanwhile, all of Carson-Newman's players were very efficient. You'll get that if you shoot 55% from the field as a team. Rylan Houck, 10 of 11 from the field. He made his only three-point attempt en route to his career-high 25. Braden Illick, mentioned the 21, 6 of 12 from the field, hit some tough turnaround jumpers. Went 2 of 6 from 3 and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. And then Matt Bilbray, 8 of 13 from the field, 4 of 8 from long distance for Matt Bilbray. So that trio very efficient. Ollie Smith, who finished with 10 points against his former team, he was efficient, going 3 of 6 from the field. And Colin Brown, the freshman, second straight game where he starts his career with a double-digit scoring effort. He finished with 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting to go along with 4 assists. Eagles shared the ball exceptionally well. It's typically what's going to happen when the Eagles are shooting 55%. 21 assists on 35 made baskets for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae as the Eagles get the win. So all in all, a complete victory for Carson-Newman over Lees-McRae. This guy, Eagles led wire to wire. They got up double digits early. They were up 11 in the first 4 minutes of the game. Lees-McRae battled back, kept it around 10, and then the big moment was with under 7 to go. Lees-McRae had cut it to 7. It was 77-70, and Carson-Newman was able to drop the hammer. A little 10-0 run while Lees-McRae went 3 minutes and change without points, and the Eagles were able to utilize that run to stretch things out and pick up a 98-79 win over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. So, all in all, high-level day for Carson-Newman. Chuck Benson has made his way out from the locker room and being congratulated by Carson-Newman's operations staff. And here in a moment, we will hear from the Eagles head man, who makes his way courtside for today's post-game chat. Chuck Benson's post-game comments are brought to you by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. We continue on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier alongside Headman's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, tight turnaround. And handled business today. 19-point win over Lees-McRae.
Yeah.
55% shooting, +9 on the glass, +20 assists for a second straight night.
Yeah.
What did you see from your team on a tight turnaround?
We knew that Lees-McRae, first-year head coach, a lot of new guys in that roster, but a very athletic, aggressive roster. We knew we were going to get a really determined opponent today. And you see, I mean, the 19-point win isn't really, I guess, a testament to the game because I thought they were relentless. They made it very, very difficult. They were so tough and physical in the half court offensively, made it tough for our defense. And they pressed up into us and tried to challenge us in the half court with their defense. So, it got a little tight there. It got a little tight there midway through the second. I think it was about a 7-point game.
Yeah.
And then we had six or seven good defensive possessions, and we were able to surge and get the thing back up to I think 16, 17. So, overall, good back-to-back response, and ultimately, this is the way you had hoped and dreamed that the opening weekend would go for us.
Well, there's that famous Chuck Benson quote. You know the one I'm talking about? No? Okay. Well, you always say, and probably a week doesn't go by where you don't utter this in the office, I like my turnarounds like I like my belt after shoveling barbecue into my gaping maw. That's tight. A tight test for your team today. You say that all the time.
I say that quite often, yes.
Say that all the time. I don't think it's as applicable as often as you say it. But a good test for your team. You bring up Lees-McRae. Their bench was engaged and active throughout.
Yeah.
And you alluded to the run. It was a 7-point game at the under-8 media, and you hold them 3 minutes without scoring. You go on a 10-0 run.
Yeah.
The lead hovered around that 10-point mark for a long time.
Yeah.
What was it about that stretch that enabled you to drop the hammer?
You just said it, man. I felt like this particular game, after last night where the defense was just outstanding, I was wondering how we were going to respond to Prosperity. And I felt like we were just a little bit fat, sassy, and happy. Too fat, sassy, and happy. And I was begging and really pushing for like a greater defensive level of play. And thank goodness it came together at about that 12 minute, right? It was about 12-minute mark.
Under 8.
Under 8.
12 minutes into the second half. You're still correct.
At the under 8, it happened, and we were able to get that really nice separation that we needed to finalize it. There he goes. We got the fist bump again. I guess he and I are both sort of like superstitious or something. That was deja vu.
Colin Brown dapping you up for a second straight post-game chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. We kind of touched on it in our chats, pre and post game, in trying to find the typical script for this team after really 4 or 5 years of the familiarity of knowing what a Nick Brennigan, a Trey Hubbard, John Zhao were going to do. And I don't think if you were writing this script that you would say you're going to line up a 19-point win over Lees-McRae, and Jack Browder was going to have 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting. But the triumvirate of Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, and Matt Bilbray combines for 66.
Yeah.
Career nights for Rylan and Matt, and a fourth career 20-point game from Braden Illick. What do those guys do to step up in Jack's scoring stat?
Well, first let's make it clear what happened with Jack.
Foul trouble.
He got his second.
Yeah.
He got in a little foul trouble there around the 12-minute media the first half, and we had determined that we felt like that the second half was going to be really critical in this game. So he he sat the rest of the half. Had a great attitude. He understands philosophically why we do what we do, and I said, hey, you got to be engaged in another way and add value in another way this first half, which he tried to do by giving. He was more or less another coach on the bench for us, and so it's really hard in those situations to get back into a groove. But I thought the second half, he understood that one of the things they were trying to do was to sort of take him out. And Jack has got confidence in his teammates. He knows, if they're going to do that, well, then we'll just let other guys, play sort of knowing that we've got some things strategically we can do to exploit what they were doing defensively. And Jack was a big part of making that happen. So let's be clear that it wasn't that Jack had an off night. He had a different kind of night. It just didn't include, his typical 20 and 10 kind of deal. Still got the boards. Still got 9 on the boards. And then the other guys, I mean, you just knew that Matt Bilbray going into this sophomore season when he got more minutes, how many did he play tonight? He played 26. You just knew that he was going to be able to be a guy that could go up and do what he did today with 20. That's nothing surprising. It was really difficult. Dude, you saw it. I mean, he twisted his ankle pretty good. He got a deep thigh bruise last night, so he's playing through pain. And then Rylan Houck. I mean, I've been watching. Rylan was a highly sought after high school prospect 4 years ago, and when we knew if we got him on the court and got him minutes, he would start finding a level of comfortability. And he's my big baby, he's my big boy, my big baby. That was not in reference to Rylan Houck. My big baby, my big boy.
Those are exclusively on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we'll stick with that. Rylan Houck, your big baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
My big boy, my big baby. Clearly, this is when Cooper Benson came and plopped himself down on my lap. That's what drew that phrase. But Rylan, good gracious, 25-7 and 2 assists, no turnovers. We're plus 20 minutes on the court, and his just confidence is booming. I've heard him say, how much he's enjoying this, how happy he is doing this, and he just likes the fact that he's in a situation where he's trusted and valued.
How's the circulation to your left leg right
now? I was getting ready to ask him to remove himself from the situation because he's sweating bullets too. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Goodbye, buddy. He went from playing full court basketball, gave himself a quick 30-second timeout, plopped down on me. Trust me when I tell you, he just saturated my left thigh.
Well, you know what? I think you deserve that after the sweaty headphones that you shunted off to Rylan Houck yesterday.
Shunted. nice selection of words.
Like
yes. But yeah, I probably will deserve it.
You do deserve it. Defensively, Lees-McRae 44% from the field. Had a hot hand in the first half, tamped him down into the second half. Was there any adjustment or just stay the course?
I wasn't as happy with our defense tonight for the majority of the game. I like that one 4-minute stretch from the 8 to 4 media the second half. I like that, but overall I just felt it was challenging. Some of it was because they were just so determined to fight for the drive, and I mean that's a high risk, high reward kind of proposition. What that allowed us to protect the 3-point line a little bit better, and we felt like at worst they're going to get 2s and get some free throws. But we know we can get 2s and free throws ourselves. So despite they sort of went with one bullet, a golden bullet, they went with one bullet, and we were able to sort of negate some of the other things. Offensive boards, we limited them to 6. eliminated 5 threes. We really defended the 3 well this weekend. So, our defense overall tonight I wasn't thrilled with, but it was still enough at the right time for us to get the separation to get a W.
Explain a little bit or provide some insight, if you would. This really did feel like a funky little game. You got up double digits early. You never trailed in this thing. There was a scotch of a moment in the first half where Lees-McRae was within a possession, but I'd say for, 33 of the 40 minutes, you were up 10.
Yeah.
And yet it didn't feel like you had a double-digit lead for much of this game until you really hammered it home with that 10-0 run.
Well, I think some of the problem, Kev, is that 18 hours ago, you watched us get a win in a fashion that was just so electric that trying to come back and replicate that was almost impossible. 18 hours later, we're playing and still do some good things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite as beautiful, I guess.
And don't get me wrong, a 19-point win over an athletic, aggressive, enthusiastic Lees-McRae team.
Yeah.
There's nothing to, at the end of the day, for the common person to complain about from this one.
No, but I know exactly what you mean, because they made it sort of ugly, because there was a lot more fouling tonight. I mean, 39 fouls called us tonight. Last night I think it was 20.
Yeah.
So double up the fouls. Thankfully we were able to counter, and they wanted to play it a certain way, and we told our guys we've got to be adaptable. We must be adaptable and flexible enough to counter and be able to play other ways, which we showed we can play other ways tonight, I think, and win other ways. So I think there's a lot of positives to take away from this, because you saw one style of play last night. You saw something different today, and it still led to the desired outcome.
Week off. You're in football mode a little bit. 7 days or 6 days between games before you head over to Greenwood and take on Lander and Omar Watad's group on Saturday. What do you learn from these two to get ready for the Bearcats at Finnishorn Arena?
Well, I think what we take away is the value of good, sound defense. That's the first. Our guys see that when our defense is right, we can get separation. That's one thing. Secondarily, I think our guys saw, because none of us really knew. You sort of see maybe what an Ollie Smith is capable of this weekend. You see what a Rylan Houck is capable of. You see that Matt Bilbrey can put 20 on the board on you. Nothing surprised me about Braden and what he did tonight. But you see that we can do some things even when a guy like a Jack Browder isn't his typical self. So, knowing that our defense has got to do its thing, and knowing that we might have a lot more sort of versatility in terms of our personnel than we knew, is a massive takeaway for us.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk in a week.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson, Rylan Houck, Braden Illick. We're going to take Chuck's disgusting, sweaty headphones. We'll towel those off and get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Back on the Domino's post-game report, Adam Cavalier alongside our premier player of the game, Rylan Houck. Rylan, 12 points last night. You double yourself up today, 25 on 10 of 11 shooting. A career high for you to go along with 7 boards and 2 assists. What clicked tonight for you compared to what was a quality day yesterday, but this was on another level?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's good to enjoy the sport again and to have fun. And, you know, I was on here less than 24 hours ago just talking about how special this team is, and I will stick by that statement. This is just a special place. I mean, we have some of the best coaches in the country. We have some of the best players in the country, and more importantly, just better people that want you to succeed, that want everybody around us to succeed. And, you know, I think more importantly than any stat sheet or stat line on here, we got the win. So
the stat line, though, is pretty impressive, and that leads to the win. You, Braden Illick, Matt Bilbray combined for 66. Where did the synergy come from for that today?
I mean, they're unbelievable, aren't they? They're.
I've watched a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I've watched a little bit.
They're special players for sure, and you know, I think defensively we're off and on tonight. We got some things to clean up there, but I think overall, just being able to adapt, to be able to handle punches and adversity, and then just to be able to execute things we do every single day, things we practice, and just maintaining what our identity is and who we want to be.
Doesn't feel like a 19-point win in a lot of ways. It was a 10-point game for a long time tonight. But then there's that 10-0 run late in the second half. What changed over that 4-minute stretch under 8 minute to under 4 minute where the hammer drops?
Yeah, I think just our ability to get stops. I'm sure Coach Benson talked about it on here, but we got 2 back-to-back talents, so that was 6 stops in a row, and that set it all for our team. It was able to push it from 7 to, I think, 17, and just the ability to get stops and play, able to execute offensively, and to just trust in the coaches and do what they tell us to do.
You had less than 24 hours between games. Now you have a week before you head to Lander to take on the Bearcats. What does this team need to do to process a 2-0 start and get ready for a Lander team that is always quality under Omar Watad?
I think we just need to stay the course, do the same things that we've been doing starting 2 months ago. You know, we started this process. Things haven't changed. We've been steady in what we do and the things that we do, and I think that we just need to stick to that, to spend a lot of time with Nick Peters and getting our bodies right and making his job worth his money. So,
all right. Well, congrats. Career high 25.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
That is Rylan Houck, our premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Not a ton of action around the South Atlantic Conference today. There's only one other men's game going on, and it's not really a game. Catawba has absolutely mollywopped USC Aiken 86-47 with 2:10 left in the second half. 56% shooting for Catawba with 6 guys in double digits. Nobody has more than 14. That's Lindsey and James Banks for the Indians. Blowouts aplenty in the SAC today. UVA-Wise victorious here earlier today over King, 110-72. Rolling on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside Braden Illick. Braden, fourth career 20-point game for you today. Vintage Braden Illick. 21, 5 boards, 7 assists. That's as Braden Illick a stat line as I've seen. After a night yesterday where you were scoreless, what clicked today for you?
I don't know. It's just like I really don't know, honestly. But I guess my teammates found me in open spots when they were giving me on the ball screen coverages, and I just made good plays out of them. And my teammates made shots. Made my life a lot easier, honestly. So put me in better scoring positions.
Not to say that you weren't in scoring position last night. It just as we discover what this team does. Lincoln didn't think you would win by 19 with Jack Browder only having 7 today. What does that say about this team that you can find scoring from different places?
Shows our depth in it. You know, we all trust each other. If Jack can't show up, or he picked up too early today at the 10-minute mark or something. And, you know, Rylan stepped up big, Bilby stepped up big, and we just all trust each other.
I think of Braden Illick. I think of sharing the basketball. 7 assists, fairly routine for you. But back-to-back 20-plus assist nights as a team. How much of that fuels efficient offense?
Once again, it goes back to us trusting each other, and then it gets the ball moving, we touch paint, and do what we do.
Defensively, what was the key late second half to spark that 10-0 run?
Oh, definitely against stops and leaves, and it makes puts us in transition for us to go and score.
7 days off. You head to Lander on Saturday. How do you process these two, improve upon these two, heading to a tough Bearcat team a week from today?
We'll probably look at it on Monday or something and move on and start preparing for Saturday.
Braden, pleasure's ours. Congrats.
Thank you.
Braden Illick, fourth career 20-point game. He finishes with 21 on 6 of 12 shooting to go along with 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Time now to choose our AEC electrifying play of the game, and we'll go with Rylan Hauk with this fast break bucket. From 14, Browder grabs the rebound. Eagles sprint right to left. Hauk all the way to the hole. His layup toilet bowls in. That's our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, member-owned and service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Carson-Newman triumphs 98-79 over the Lees-McRae Bobcats. Eagles are 2-0 and undefeated in this event for a third consecutive year. We break for 6 days and have our next presentations of Carson-Newman basketball for you. Starting on Friday, November 21st, the Eagles go to Dahlonega, the Lady Eagles do, and take on Clayton State at 4 p.m. at North Georgia's tournament. That game over the airways of the Eagles Sports Network. And then online only on Saturday at 4 p.m. when they're at North Georgia. We'll carry the men's game on air at Lander at 2 p.m. on Saturday, November 22nd. That is a 1:45 airtime here across the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman's women only 28% shooting today. They fell to USC Aiken earlier today in Hickory. Our next presentation of Carson-Newman Athletics, SAC Tournament Volleyball from Holt Fieldhouse on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. against UVA-Wise. We'll have that one for you on the Eagles Sports Network on Flow Sports. For our fantastic crew today, Jay Adams running the show back inside of network control, our director, Ian Johnson, replay operator, Jay West, and then our fantastic camera crew, Andrew Lawson, Colin Kempfert, Blair Cherry, and Noah Penland. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. Once again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman takes it over Lees-McRae, 98-79. We'll talk to you next week from Greenwood. Until then, have a great rest of your Sunday. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.